All right, let's welcome in our first guest. We're very honored to have the 43rd President of the United States, George W. Bush. Mr. President, when presidents have important addresses to the nations, like the State of the Union, they often prepare for weeks, if not months. So my question is, how long have you been preparing for this ManningCast appearance?
About 10 minutes.
Perfect. That's too
and
much.
By the way, I'm so pleased to see your faces not on a TV commercial.
There's a lot of them out there, and there's a few more on the way. I'm just going to apologize in advance. I filmed a couple last week,
Thank you.
I'm just going to warn you.
It's unbelievable.
Mr. President, we're so honored that you're on the show. We know you don't do a lot of media, and just want to remind you that tonight's not really doing media. Our show's on ESPN2, so you are in a safe space. And we know you were raised in Texas, of course, the governor of Texas before becoming president. So who knows better than you, Mr. President, how important are the Cowboys in Texas?
They're really important in Dallas and the area. And, it's a disappointing season so far, but they got a ways to go. They may get to playoffs, but yeah, they're really important. And people love the Cowboys. They love the Cowboys here. They also love the Cowboys in Mexico, interestingly enough. They got a huge fan base down there.
That's a fact.
Los Vaqueros. Yeah. Yeah, I saw you on TV at the Georgia game, Peyton. Of course, they had to broadcast you, and there you were. With your son, he looks like a pretty good-sized kid.
No, he is. Yeah, we had fun. It's hard to hide my forehead and my long neck on TV. I was trying to blend in the stands, but those ESPN cameras are powerful. They found me.
Pete, when you're at a football game and not announcing one, do you put makeup on during the football games also, or just on TV?
Okay. Ask your question, Eli.
All right, Mr. President, I know the last time the Cowboys appeared in a Super Bowl was back in 1996. You were actually the governor of Texas at the time, but when you were president for those 8 years, did you ever consider issuing an executive order or anything to put them automatically in the Super Bowl? Can you do that?
Yes, I did, but nobody bought it. No, they're Texas, is a huge football state, and whether it's high school football, college football, pro football. I actually grew up as an Oiler fan, Bum Phillips and the Love You Blue, and I love the Oilers. Earl Campbell, Dante Pastorini. It was really fun to root for them. They were good, and then we moved to Dallas, and I bought the Rangers a group brought the Rangers the same year that Jerry Jones bought them, by Cowboys. So we came in together to the marketplace. And I got to know him quite well and became a Cowboys fan.
There you go.
Well, man, I love those Oilers teams were great. Robert Brazil, Dave Casper played for the Oilers for a little bit. Earl, love that team.
Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Exactly. I mean, for a Cowboys-Texans game, though, who are you going for, Mr. President?
Cowboys.
Can you pick a side? Cowboys. There you go.
Cowboys. Yeah. I also grew up as an Astros fan, and when the Rangers play the Astros, there's no doubt who I'm for, which are the Rangers. But it's football mad part of the world, and people expect them to win, and we hope they do, obviously.
Your father came into the Texans locker room a couple times when I played the Texans. Was he more of a Texans fan than the Cowboys fan?
Yes. Yeah, by far. He's a loyal Houston guy, and he loved sports too. And he would go to the games, and he knew the owner well, and he loved them, and he loved the Astros, and he loved sports. That's what he loved.
All right, your Cowboys are on the board here. We got a field goal, so you're in good shape.
Oh yeah.
I think we're going to commercial here, but that's good. We got some points here. We had a 0-0 shutout until the fourth quarter last week, so this is good. We're doing good. Stay with us, Mr. President.
All right, welcome back. Mr. President, I know you mentioned earlier that Peyton's in so many commercials. I'm sure you've seen the nationwide commercials where my brother is so much more as Peyton Manning, and I also know that you've gotten into painting.
Yeah.
And so how is the painting going, and would you ever want me to maybe sit for a portrait?
Not really, but I love to paint. It's changed my life, and it gives me a chance to paint things I care about, like our veterans and people who made contributions to the country. But it's relaxing. It's a learning experience. And when you get to be my age, my suggestion is make sure you keep learning things, particularly new things. But thank you for bringing that up. I did see the Peyton commercial. I've seen him in about 20 different commercials, and I've seen you at Jersey Mike's, by the way.
That's right. You know, Mr. President, I knew when I found out you were coming on this week, I decided to pick up painting for the week, and I actually did finish my first painting, and I did it here. What do you think? Any suggestions?
No, I think it's beautiful. I think the guy on the left, the big-headed guy, it would be a nice model for cartoons. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that you, number 10?
I'm number 10. Yeah, I'm the good-looking guy. Yeah, square jaw. Peyton's 18.
I don't think they really captured you. No, they don't think they captured you.
That's me. 18. I painted it.
That's embarrassing. Sure, Peyton, I'd be mad if I were you. Yeah.
Oh, well, believe me. I mean, welcome to our show. This is we're in the first quarter. This is just a normal Monday for what I have to deal with, Mr. President. Mr. President, both Eli and I were fortunate enough to visit you at the White House after winning Super Bowls. Incredible experience. But I want to ask about those team visits from your perspective, considering how tough the presidency is. Was it fun to just hang out with a bunch of athletes every once in a while?
What was fun is to watch people's reaction coming to the White House. You know, a lot of those players never dreamt they'd be at the White House or be in the presence of a president, and it was really fun. I enjoyed them. It was a break from pretty heavy-duty activities, and I was honored to welcome you all.
It was a real treat, a real thrill. Eli, right. you want to say if you want to put him on the prediction
I
question?
think it's time. Mr. President. You know, right here we got the Raiders are driving in the red zone. What do you think's going to happen on this possession? Do you think the Raiders will score, or Dallas going to stop here?
I think they'll score. Yeah. I'm not sure how many points, but I think they'll score. I think your boy Bowers is going to catch a touchdown.
I like Bowers. I like
need to
Bowers
throw it
a
to
lot.
him. Every play.
Mr. President.
Mainly because Peyton kept talking about him at the beginning of the game.
I'm pumping him up. I'm a fan of this guy.
For me.
I'm a fan of this guy. He's a Georgia graduate, but his girlfriend is a University of Tennessee graduate. He's a smart guy, so that's why I like him. Mr. President, my wife Ashley and I were fortunate enough to be invited to a state dinner in 2007 and met Queen Elizabeth II. Ashley sat at a table with you, the Queen, Arnold Palmer, Jim Nantz, and her table was stacked.
Yeah.
I was in the back corner. My question, Mr. President, were you worried I would embarrass the United States in front of the Queen of England?
Yes. Yeah, I was. And plus, I was thrilled to have a beautiful woman at the table. Yeah, that was fun.
I was at the kids' table with all the. You see me back there, E? Yeah,
I see you back there.
I was afraid you're going to dribble. Jenna. You're going to dribble on your tux. You're going to drool. But that was a neat evening, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was out.
That's when the jockey.
He did.
The Kentucky
the jockey
Derby
was
jockey. Yeah, he walked in during the photo line, walked up and said, "Hi, Queen." He tried to give her a hug. Yeah. I
thought the Secret Service was going to eliminate him after that.
That's
my
right.
mom was kind of nervous. I was going to break protocol. I was kind of a patter. She's like, "Don't pat the Queen." But you told me, you said, "Hey, here's how you address the Queen. Americans don't bow." You gave me all the protocol, so you took care of me.
You handled it beautifully, and your wife was fantastic, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, if they
All
make
right,
this
field
if they
goal.
make this
Queen.
field goal, I'm putting them up on the perfect prediction. He said they're going to score. I don't know how many. There we go. That's it. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
it. That's perfect prediction.
We've got to have a president.
Yeah, 3.
I'm putting right by me. Right by me. Besties. Right there.
Oh my God, what an honor!
All right.
What an honor!
Looking good. Looking good. Stay with us, Mr. President. We'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome back. Mr. President, one of your passions since leaving the White House has been helping veterans get the respect and support they deserve. This month alone, you participated in the coin toss at the Cowboys Salute to Service game. You hosted the W100 mountain bike ride for wounded veterans, and you headlined the Folds of Honor Gala at AT&T Stadium. Why is this work with veterans so important to you?
Because these are people that sacrificed on behalf of the American people. Some of them got hurt. All of them will make great employees if given the proper help. These are kids that had a PhD in life at a very young age, and they're great team players. I really respect them a lot, and I've gotten to know a lot, and the country seems to really have high regard for our vets, which is good.
No question.
Amen. Mr. President, we saw you in that picture. You've always been active. You've run marathons, 5Ks. You play golf, you bike. I want to show you a picture from your Yale days when we can. This is you playing rugby at Yale. Looks like a good hit. Mr. President, did you ever consider playing football when you were growing up?
I played. I peaked at like the 12th grade. Yeah, I grew up in Midland, which is football country, and
That's right.
in those days it either art or football. I chose football, and but yeah, I like football. I was more of a baseball guy though. As much as I admired Johnny Unitas and Y.A. Tittle, I was a Willie Mays guy. Growing up, I admired him a lot. He was a hero of mine.
Those are good heroes.
Yeah, baseball's kind of a cerebral sport. Well, but you got to be a smart guy to play baseball. Cerebral football is more of a,
Yeah,
kind of brute
Peyton's terrible
force
at
game.
baseball. Terrible at baseball. But we got another sports picture for you here. We can show it when we can. Here it is. Here's a picture of you and Peyton playing golf in a fivesome. I mean, 5 people, and I still not one of the people to get invited, but don't worry about that. Anyway, outside.
We tried to.
Oh, you tried to.
But Peyton said no. I said, what about Eli?
Yeah, thanks, Peyton. Yeah,
By the way, that's Hickey on the left. Hickey's on the left. He called me and said, remind Peyton that we hammered him on 17 and he sunk about a 15-foot putt.
I told you, Eli. I told you.
You win some money?
Eli, I couldn't miss a putt that day.
Did the president
Yeah, he
pay
won
up?
money.
He
Did he pay
inspired
up?
me to putt like
Hell yeah, I
Ben
paid
Crenshaw that day.
I actually I wrote a check in hopes that he wouldn't cash it to save the autograph.
74.
Yeah, there's the score.
I don't
What do you
believe
claim?
that. Yeah, claimed.
By the way, he kept his own
Obviously-
score.
That's definitely Peyton's penmanship. I could tell that.
It was fun. We had a great
All
time.
right. Stay with us, Mr. President.
Welcome back, Mr. President. Eli and I followed our father into the family business, becoming quarterbacks. You followed your father into the family business, too, becoming the most powerful person in the world. I'm not going to say which is more impressive, but Mr. President, when you were growing up, did you think you would go into public service?
No. I'd have behaved a hell of a lot better in college. No, I really didn't. I admired my dad. I admired my dad a lot. And if you'd asked me the red zone, by the way, I'd have said it was going to be Pickens. Well, Pickens would catch a touchdown, but I missed it by a step. But yeah, Dad was great. He was a guy that was a wonderful man, but he never said, "This is what you have to do with your life." He just said, here's this kind of way I'd like you to live: honesty and decency and compassion. But you be what you want to be. And took me a while to figure out what I wanted to be, by the way.
Oh, there's your boy, CeeDee Lamb.
There you go.
That Pickens? Oh no, I
Lamb.
didn't be in the red
That was
zone.
Lamb. But hey, that's why Dak.
I missed it.
That's why Dak has two good choices. He can go to Pickens and Lamb.
That's
The
an almost
defense
perfect prediction.
They can't double
Yeah.
both guys, Mr. President. So that's two good choices there.
We're putting you on the
Dak's
almost.
good.
You and Saquon.
Almost, thank you. There you
There you go.
Dak's a good guy, by the way. I've gotten to know him
He
a
is.
little bit. He's a good community guy in Dallas.
He sure
Great
is.
guy.
Yeah,
People respect him, particularly when he throws touchdown passes.
that's right. That's right. Mr. President, we can't thank you enough for coming on. We are so honored. It means a lot that you take the time out of your schedule to join us. Really appreciate it. Thank
Well,
you
I
from the bottom of our
appreciate
hearts.
Thank you so much.
I'm honored you invited me, and you guys are good guys. Thank you.
I'll be waiting on my invite to play golf now.
Yeah.